What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Uh, um, how mad would you all be if during the starting soon screen I switched over to us chatting and stopping the little animation right before the beat dropped? I was very tempted to do so today, but I know that can kind of be triggering for some people, and I don't know if I want to do that or not. Anyways, today we are going into Ember Isle again. We did unlock the swamp area and cleaned up a little bit, but I want to uh, try to get all of the friends that we can get in the swamp area. There might be a couple left at the beach that we have to discover, but um, I think most of the paleo folk that we have left, aside from the two areas that we haven't unlocked yet, are all in the swamp. So I think what we're going to do today is clean up the swamp, um, see what other new recipes we can unlock, and what new friends we can make. But before we dive into that, we have today's verse, and it is from Isaiah. I'm so sorry. Isaiah 25, verse 1, and it says, Lord, you are my God. I will exalt you and praise your name, for in perfect faithfulness you have done wonderful things, things planned long ago. So, a little bit of some, I guess, context information. uh, as some of you all know, Wednesday is Bible study night, at least for me, here in Louisville. I know sometimes that can vary depending on what your church has going on, because when I lived in Owensboro, my Bible studies were on Fridays. So, anyways, the study we're doing at the Bible study I go to, it's a ladies' Bible study, so we've been going through the book of Esther, and one of the main key points for today's study was trust God, and one of the songs that I listened to on the way to Bible study was, I think it was a Forrest Frank song. I don't remember, but I do remember that it was talking about, even when I'm going through a valley, I'm still going to praise you. Um, so putting all that together, like, even in the valley, God does not leave us. He is still with us. He's still walking with us. Um, and he still has a plan. We just have to trust him and be patient in that. And I know it's hard. Valleys can be very tough, especially when there doesn't seem to be any light shining really in that valley. But as long as we keep our focus on Christ, we will be able to get through it. It's kind of like Peter walking on the water situation. The moment Peter stopped looking at Christ was the moment he started sinking into the water. So don't allow yourself to drown in misery. Instead, focus on Christ and walk across with peace. Another thing that you can do is, and this is something I personally like to do, is when God moves and I see him move and I recognize part of his plan has come about, or just a blessing that he's done in my life, I'll write it down in a journal or just like a quick little note to myself if I'm at work or something. So I can look back and be like, okay, even though I'm struggling right now, I still have like 25 messages from the past that show that he is good and he has a plan and he is always there. So I just need to trust that this is just a very small snippet of my life that's difficult right now, and I'm going to get through it. And things will be better on the other side. Just take it one step at a time. Again, I know that's hard, especially when you're dealing with depression and anxiety like I do. But, and granted, I do throw tantrums in prayer with God sometimes. But thankfully, he's willing to listen to you, whether you're throwing a tantrum or not. That's the beauty of having a relationship with God, is he is willing to listen to you no matter what. And he already knows that in your heart you're throwing a tantrum. So you might as well just like communicate that with him. It does help. I promise you that. Anyways, we are starting out in the swamp because I did take a screenshot from here, and I know that once I go back to town, that's going to take away part of our day, and I didn't want to go back to town, waste some of the time in game from our day, and then go back to the swamp and waste another aspect of the day. So we're just going to start in the swamp. We do have some room. We have turned in a medallion of honorableness, so we should be able to sell this without any issue, but we're going to collect some stuff and try to clean up the swamp a little bit, and we do have a little money to use, so we're also going to repair some stuff before we leave. And I think today we're also going to work on some of our quests. So we've got a lot on the to-do list. Real quick, let me see if there's any paleo folk that we might be able to check out. We do have this exclamation point down at the bottom, so that might be related to some type of quest that we either are about to get or have finished and need to turn in. But it doesn't look like there's any new paleo folk on the beach, not that I can see anyways, and I don't see any new paleo folk in the swamp area, so we'll have to keep a check on that. What did we use to collect this? Ah, a shovel. Do. Ooh, let's repair this bridge. Sorry, I had a message from a friend. Anyways, I'm going to fix this as well. Can we collect these? I think we tried in the past. I don't think there's a way to collect this. Yeah, no. That's okay. I didn't want that anyway. I hope everybody is doing fantastic. Thankfully, the weather has gone back up into the 50s, and I'm very happy about that. So we have unlocked a connection portion to Woodbury, which is nice, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to fix that bridge. But we're going to try to collect as much material as we can since we are here before we go back to the shop. Just a little sitting spot. It's probably just like a little, well, there is like a little stool. We just can't sit on it ourselves. That's fine. We still have 2,000 to play with. So like I said previously, I want to keep about 5,000 in our pockets to be a safety net of sorts. Ooh, can we take this down? No, that's just pure decoration. Okie dokie. Oh, I did Google. I know I said previously that my favorite anime was rumored to be cancelled, even though the manga was continued. I double checked it on Google, and as far as Google is aware, and all of the blogs or whatever that's keeping track of anime, it's still like season 6 has been given the green light, so I'm ready for it. It's supposed to come out sometime either this year or in 2027. I kind of hope it's this year. However, I also know that animation takes a lot, and how they're doing this anime is a lot. Like, I was just repetitive. I meant to say how they're doing this anime is insane, because if anybody knows anything about Bungo Stray Dogs, they're basically creating the anime as soon as the manga is coming out, and that's insane. So I'm hoping that because it's going to be a minute before season 6 comes out, that they realize they need to change that format and allow the manga to proceed very far ahead of the anime, so it's not as stressful and taxing on the animators. But I have been rewatching it for like the 4th time. Mainly because I think I've mentioned this during one of our previous streams, because I want to get back into practicing my Japanese. So I've been rewatching it purely in Japanese. No English subtitles or anything, and I'm trying my best to pick up words as it goes. I have recognized a lot more than I would have originally thought I would, so that's good. I will say, not having the subtitles really causes me to focus. Plus, not having to read something at the bottom of the screen helps me pick up more in the visual aspect of it than I previously have seen. So that's interesting to see. I'm kind of like unlocking new aspects of the show that have always been there, but I'm like, oh, I never noticed this before. This is fascinating. I thought we already met Addie here. Maybe we haven't. We'll do that in a minute. Okay, and then up here is a dead end. So we'll go back this way. I'm stuck. Alright, let's meet Addie. Now that's what a swamp should smell like. Yup, stinks. About right to me. And if we add to everything else we've done, we must be average on the rating standard now. Maybe even above average. Either way, there won't be a swamp-loving paleo folk in the archipelago who won't want to visit. So we can take a break now? No, I wouldn't say so. There's bound to be more work to be done, especially if we want to keep a pressing orb core. Classic Addie. Okay, is there any way we can fix this, or is it going to remain as is? I guess it'll remain as is. Alright. I was kind of hoping we would have some more room. We could... Let's journey to the beach anyway. Because I'm sure we can pick up some more sand, and there's probably a bunch of... I went to the dead end. There's probably some plants there that we can pick up. That little root is a tripping hazard. Do 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 do. Can we collect this? Or is this just decoration? Just decoration. Okay. Let's get rid of the claw. I don't think we need that. We'll just collect some light wood. Looks like we need to turn some in here. So that's covered. Novella, I don't think we have... Is that what that is? No, that's a shell. 4,000? Nope. We only have 3,000 to play with. Okay, that's where we came from, so we'll go this way. Okay. Looks like we've filled up our pockets on lightwood. So, I probably need to focus on sand. We also have some basic wood, so we'll probably get some of that when we go back through the valley. Can't see. Camera's too close. Another 4,000. Bruh. I guess that must be all the sand spots that we're going to find. That's stone. Okay. Let's go to the valley and see what we can collect. We can collect some dirt. Also, I think we need to really assess. Oh, what does Spawn need? Whoop. Oh, Sprout. I'll make this easy for you. I've got a list of landscaping jobs as long as my tail. Not to mention Scout making work for me even when he goes. And now I hear you've been opening up new parts of the island, which we both know means more paleo folk. Lucky for you, I love my job, and I want to do the new guys proud. Don't look at me like that. Unlucky for you, I don't have time to go scouting for inspiration. How about this? Anytime you open up a new region, I'll send you a list of supplies I need to get me in the zone. You bring them to my house, I'll give you any decor I can come up with. Deal? Deal. Okay. Alright, more dirt. Okay. I'm not sure if we were collecting basic wood or not. I can't remember. We got rid of... Nope, we did not get rid of plants. Okay. And we're full on... No, we have room for more stone. Okay, that might be all the basic wood we're going to be getting. We do need to make sure we're collecting 30 metal and 50 redstone, which I don't remember where we can get redstone, but we only have 9 metal. I wonder if we've turned any in. Probably not, since it's still reading 0. Real quick though, I want to see how many... Okay, we have a lot that we need to invite, and we have 3,000 to play with, so we can get Chico, we can get Malik, Axel, Basil, and Russell. Russell is a low cost, so we might do... We can get Basil and Russell. But Basil doesn't have an invite option. Neither does Axel. Chico does. So maybe Chico and Russell. That may put us a little bit over budget, but that's okay. That'll put us almost 1,000 over budget. That's fine. Alright, Chico, I think, is in the beach. Yes. Let's see where... Can we put Chico here? Put Chico there. And then Russell is in the swamp. I mean, I wouldn't mind putting him here. Again, this is one of those things where I wish you could rotate it a certain way, but I think with Chico, we'll set him like this. What's that? It won't let me place that because of that, whatever that is. Boo. We'll just put him there. That'll work. Okay. I think we've repaired everything in the village. That's another thing we need to focus on today, is going around to each area and making sure that we've repaired everything. Let's see if we have any mail. We do not. Alright, let's go inside and try to get some stuff done. We need to see if we have any... I'm gonna dump all this in here. Okay. Sort it, and then we need to see if we have any redstone. This didn't sort very well. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, that works a lot better. I don't know why the sort option didn't do that. It's weird. We've got plenty of redwood though. And basic wood. So I think we're fine with that. I didn't see any redstone though. So we're gonna have to keep that in mind. I don't remember where redstone is. It's either in the swamp or the beach. It's not the beach. The beach has lightstone. But we do have 30 metal. So we could turn that in. Alright. We only have one stack of light wood, so we need to replace that. The next thing we need to do is double check our special orders. We have stone bricks, 1 stone brick, 1 slanted table, 1 birdhouse, 2 stencils, 1 trowel tidy, and 1 tricera marker. Okay, 1 stone brick, 1 side table, 1 birdhouse, 2 of those, that, and that. That was it, right? Yep. That's everything. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to restock our items. So let's see what we can make. Ooh, we can make this. We haven't made one of these before. Let's make one of those. Oh, we can make 2. Let's make 2 of those to have those in stock. We can actually make 2 more if we can make 4 rope, which I think we can make a rope. Yes. Okay. Sweet. That is fine. This one, we used up all the shells, so we're gonna have to skip that one. This one, we should be able to make enough. Oh, it takes 10 plants? Jeez. I was focused on the clay. I'm like, yeah, we have plenty. No, we don't. Let's see. We definitely need to stock up on plants. So plants, light wood. Those are our main things. Plants, light wood, clay. Oh, this is cute. It's a little terrarium with a little baby dinosaur. It's adorable. But we need plants to make them, and wood planks, which we have a bunch of basic wood, so we should be able to make as many wood planks as we want to. We would have to make 50 to make 5 of these. Let's go ahead and do that and see how our stock of basic wood is after that. We still have plenty of basic wood, so we have enough to make 5 of those. We just need the plants. I went too far back. Oh, and the glass. Glass takes sand. 5 times 4 is 20, so we need 20 glass. Where is glass? There it is. And we still have some sand left over, which is fine. Okay. Yeah, we just need plants. Plants. I don't know how to make cotton. Dark wood planks. We don't have dark wood. Okay. I need to start writing this down because I'm not going to remember what all we need. Well, I'm in a little stationery pouch. Studio Ghibli. Well, Todoroki, or not Todoroki. My Hero Academia. It is Totoro. I almost knocked my mic off. Anyways, handy dandy little notebook. If I can find a clean page, this work. We need lightstone, dark wood planks, or dark wood. Not lightstone, we need light wood. Plants. And clay. Okay. What else? Bamboo, we should be fine. pine cones, we should be fine. And we're not going to be able to make a trumpet anytime soon. Yeah, our big issue is the lack of plant inventory. So we're definitely going to have to try to fill up most of our pockets with plants, if that's possible. All right, shop display wise, let's see. We need, actually, let's put the table out. And then small displays, let's see, those two are empty. We have the little pot, water pot on two of them for some reason. We will be changing that, put that there. And these are our last two, so let's see. This is cute, I want to put that out. And this is also cute, let's put that out. Alright, last but not least are the medium displays. This is our plant area. We have a new plant, so we're going to put that on display. And then we also have this new plant. We'll also put that on display. And we already have one of those, so we'll skip that. Let's put this one out. And over here is our music section. So it looks like we have the music sheets, the flute, the triangle. Yep. We don't have the whistle out. Let's put the baton out because that's new, relatively new. The fog machine is already out, so we'll leave it out. Okay, let's just put the whistle out. Oh, do we not have... What is that? Oh, it's the baton. We only have one spot. My bad. Anyways, this is the gardening section, so let's put a little gnome, a rake, and a spade. And then over here is like new stuff. So let's put this out and a pencil. Okay, that should be everything. Yep. All right. Let's open the shop. Stone brick. There you go. Look at those 5 stars. Our shop is popping. Birdhouse. There you go. We have the stencils and the trout tidy. Everybody wants their orders. this slanted table. Alright, we only have one left. Scribe. Let's try pencil. Large item. All we have are a couple of benches and a table. So, whoop. Let's try this. Okay. Not quite. Why does she like fog machines? Isn't she an archaeologist? Oh, we fulfilled 25 custom orders. Nice. Look at all this foot traffic. Okay, let's turn one of these on. That reminds me, there is a new thing that we have not used yet. Oh, no, 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 no. He did not budge. Aw, that was the first time we lost one of those. Leave it to the mayor. Okay, a stone item. Let's see. Scratchy towel, maybe? Nope. I forget. I forget what stone. We can do that. Musician. Okay. Let's see about the xylophone. Sweet. We didn't unlock a preference though, so probably not the thing that Benji was looking for, but it did meet the requirements. We can do that as well. Look at all the foot traffic. $12.09. Oh my. Sure. I really don't want to lose another one. Can we get 6 stars? I don't know where those footprints are. There we go. Okay. Somebody bought our statue. That is... Okay. Oh my goodness, they broke one of the benches. Yep, we can do that. Gardener, okay. How about a rake? Sweet. Okay, I'm sorry, but on large items, I have to take the payment. Medium to small, I can forgive. Large items take too much to make. Alrighty, let's go to sleep. And then we'll check everything. Okay, we finished 2 golds. 1 in stylist for selling stylish items, or stylist items, and then fulfilling orders. We almost got this completed. We basically just need to double what we've done already with that. We only have 2 more regions to go. I wonder if we can complete all of these by the end of the game. Reach max friendship with a paleofolk. Oh, I guess we have not reached a max one yet. Donate to the museum. We still need a bunch of those. I kind of want to save the inspiration in case we unlock the next part. But we do have our grocery list, so let's go ahead and try to get our items. There's not really anything we need in the mountain area, but we do need to turn in some metal. We may try to find the redstone first before we head to the mountains. Clay and plants are in the valley. There is more clay in the dark wood forest. So I think we start with the valley first. Gather what we can there. I don't know if this is actually called the valley, to be honest with you. I just call it the valley. But anyways, we need dirt and plants. No, we need clay and plants. do 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 do. Now that I think about it though, I don't think there's any clay here. We could ask Font to hang out with us. I kind of want to find Maple though. I think Maple is the closest one. Where is Maple? Maple is in the Darkwood Forest. Sweet. Maple and Addie are probably the closest ones we have to having top tier friendship with. So let's see if we can snag one of them and as we go around and collect everything. No, Maple, come back. Let's hang out. We can actually go up here, cause there's dark wood. Okay. I don't think there's anything else up here. There is dirt. This might give us clay. Dirt and clay. Sweet. I wonder what the level is. Blue flowers. Can we use blue flowers on something? Blue flowers with red thorns. Blue flowers with red thorns. And we also need to collect dark wood. So I have to keep that in mind. I don't think she has anything to sell. I'm stuck. Oh, passed right by this. Sometimes when it's just by itself, it's hard to see. Alright. I think the only thing that's up here is stone, which we don't need. But we do need metal, so I guess it kind of works. My pockets are full already. What? Oh, I didn't put some of our things up. We don't need dirt, so I'm gonna throw that away. And as far as I know, we don't need feathers right now. So I'm gonna throw that away as well. No. Feathers. Alright. I think we've covered pretty much all of the dark wood forest. Oh, hey. So, let's check our inventory. We got our dark wood planks. We got somewhat of a stack of plants, which we need a lot more. We got about half a stack of clay, which there might be some more clay in the mountain region. And then we need light wood. So, I say we sell some of the stuff on our way out of the darkwood forest and then head to the mountain range. Let's sell this and this. I don't think we need stones, so let's sell that. And I don't think we need dirt. I think pine cones were on our list, I just didn't write it down. Yeah, so let's just do that. And then head to the mountain. Because we're fine on basic wood. Alright. I don't think we need bamboo. I didn't check our bamboo supply. It's too late. I also didn't check the dark stone supply. Whoops. Which I think is what's up here in the mine. Yeah. So I'll need to check that when we get back and make sure that we don't need it. Oh, we do have this little spot over here. Go ahead and repair that. I forgot we were supposed to be checking to make sure we've repaired everything. But we haven't stumbled on to anything besides this one that I recall. Hello, Mayor. Ooh, this is where the metal goes. Alright, we turned all that in. Redstone. I wish I knew where we could get that. It's probably in a region we haven't unlocked yet. Unless it's in the swamp. That's the only place I think it might be that we've unlocked. And then there's an exclamation point up here. Visit Molly. What do you mean you didn't find a single treasure out there? I'm sorry, lass. That's not on. I shouldn't be snapping at you like that. I didn't find a dino's nugget of none either. At this rate, I'm never gonna find it. Anyway, I guess it wouldn't be right of me to not reward you properly. If you don't mind, I'm gonna hang up my apron and head home in a bit. We've updated our pockets? Yes. Okay. We got 3 more slots. I'm still gonna stick to what we need though. Just to be on the safe side. Okay, that might be it. In regards to clay and plants. Ooh. Vines. Redwood. And moss. What's it pond? Thanks, Sprout. Here you are. The dampest, stinkiest, swampiest decor on the island. What did we get? Light stone, light wood, and sand. Thanks, Sprout. There. Salty, sandy, and sunshiny. Everything a coastal paleofolk would want. Okay. I'm pretty sure we just ate up some of our inventory. Whoops. Oh well. We gotta go to the beach anyways and get some light wood. thing is, I'm pretty sure redstone is in one of the biomes we have not opened. So, what we should probably do, not that option. Go to our tabs, go to the quest log, and look for something else. I don't remember how to take photos. I need to look that up. Quest complete. We almost have this done, which is nice. And Vinny wants... I don't know what novella is. Novella is just a book, isn't it? Is it a recipe that we need to work on? Okay, I guess we'll just track this one. Because we do need to work on that. But I also want to invest in the island, so what we might do is only use... Hello? Can I cross, please? What is going on? There we go. I guess we'll only use about 18%. Or 18%. 18 amber. What was... Oh, it's a pearl. We'll sell this. I don't know if we need dark stone, so let's sell that because we need room for light wood. If we can find some light wood. Oh, here we go. And then we added this house. Chico. So you want to take your media production in-house then, do you? I respect it, Spout. Of course, I'll have to declare this wonderful gift of a whole darn house to the appropriate authorities. Can't be seen to be taking bribes, you understand. But this means I can start setting up Amber Owl's very own broadcast studio. Say, not to turn you into my claws on the ground, but you seem like you'd be the last to go to if I'm looking for some materials. What? A whole radio mast isn't going to build itself. While you do that, I'll start preparing our press release. Breaking... Shouldn't that be breaking news? Breaking news! Chico's Chatter Corner Courts. Cutting edge community. Maybe not. Anyway, I'll get to thinking and you get to fetching. Okay. Bro, we need light wood. Why are you gonna take what I have? Metal. Okay. I also need metal. Why you take my supply? Why? I'm stuck. Ooh. Let's repair this. Okay. You know what? I think what we're going to do is drop that and collect some white stone. No! I need the metal. And get rid of this clay. Oh. But what is this? Oh, I know what that is. Basic wood. Alright, what can we do? I don't know if we need sand. Let's get rid of the sand and get this, because it is on our grocery list. So it takes priority. Did we not build the house of the resident we put in the swamp? Oh, we haven't been in the swamp since we did that. That's why. Is this? Okay. We need to do that before we return to the village. Alright, I'm going to donate what we have so I don't accidentally use it on a recipe. Oh, stupid sand. Alright, that might be it for the beach. So, except for this little spot. Okay, we've got all the light stone that we're going to be able to hold. Oh, that's novella. It doesn't look like a book. Mi no comprende. Okay. Let's head over to the swamp real quick and fix up that house. Oh, we do have enough money for this up here, I think. Yes. And that should give us... Oh, that's vine. I thought that was going to be plants, but it's not. I'm stuck. Alrighty. Also, well, if it isn't my favorite shopkeeper. How you keeping, boss? I gotta say, Ember Island is looking good. Like, real good. You putting in the work. It seems you are finally ready to have your old pal Russell set up shop. Aren't you in for a treat? The rest of the boys in the gang, on the board, thought I was a bit of coconuts to set up shop here, you know? But they've always had my back, and they knew there wouldn't be any way to change my mind. Here, on account of making me the king of my very own castle, why don't you step right up and get a taste of old Russell grab bag? Lucky dip. Okay, we don't have the space for this. I do want to try it though. I guess we'll get rid of the Starstone and try this and see what happens. A fan? Wow, would you look at that? A real, genuine, one-of-a-kind Russell treasure. Don't spend it all in one place, Sprout. Now the thing you gotta learn about a Russell deal is that we run on a wager-based economic structure. Sometimes you find a treasure worth millions, and other times you just get a normal knick-knack to decorate your house. Why don't you give us another spin sometime? Who knows the value of what you'll get next time. Yeah, definitely a scam. Although, I don't know how much the fan costs. So it might not be a scam. I don't know. We'll have to check when we get back to the house or the shop. Maple didn't come with us. Can you not take companions up the elevator? Okay, looks like our pockets are absolutely full. So let's go back to town and work on the shop. Oh, we get news text at the bottom now? That's cool. That's pretty awesome. All right, we do have some leftover money for our budgets, and it looks like we can add 3 more paleofolk. Bosco is the most expensive, so let's go ahead and get him moved in. I'm thinking, maybe not there. That's gonna block that. We can't, maybe down here? No. Okay. That would block that pathway though. That would block that as well. There's not really a good place to put Bosco. Here maybe? That'll work. Alright, who else we got? We got one more person on the beach. And everybody else is in the swamp. Well, Malik is on the beach. But we can't invite him yet. Oh, because the rating is low. I see, I see. Okay, let's get the other 2 that we do know into the swamp. I don't know if I want to put them there. There does seem to be more space in the swamp. Let's put Axel here. And then Basil. some basil here would be good. I don't know if that was blocking the entryway to that though. We'll have to double check that when we go check, or when we go build the houses. Alrighty. We did get a bunch of our supplies, so we can go ahead and drop all of that off. Alright. These. So we already have the Tricera marker in the bin. So we'll move that to the front. We need 2 tundra rugs and 1 table, which I don't know if we have those. Doesn't look like we do. So let's skip that one for now. It's due tomorrow anyways. We need 1 trowel tidy and 1 seed sower. There's seed sower and trowel tidy. Okay. And 1 bestie beads and 1 leaf tickler. There's the leaf tickler. Oh, there it is. And 1 of those. Okay. And then we need... Okay, we have 1 table on display, so we can take that off to put in the bin. Let's swap it out with 1 of the benches. Oh, large items, duh. Okay. And then was it 2 rugs? Yeah. See if we can make 2. We need 20 fiber. Alright, that took most of our plants, but our custom orders are priority, so that's fine. Alright, let's see what else we can make. There was something we were going to use the plants for, because we made 5 things in preparation for it. This would be fine. That uses plants. That uses plants. Make 1 of those. And 1 of those. Aww. It's so cute. I wonder if anybody has made one of these in real life. Because it seems very doable. Maybe I can make one of them. I'll have to test it out. This doesn't use plants. That one does. Oh, this is what we were doing. Yes. How we used 5 wood planks on something. Which is fine because we weren't going to make that 5th one since we used all the plants. Alright, now that that one is out of the way, we can update or use the plants for other things. So I'm going to go ahead and make those and get those restocked. We can make 3 more of those. We need to make those anyways because that's one of our quests is to sell 2 of those and 2 of the stools, which we've only sold 1 of each so far, if I recall correctly. What else? What else? We need 1 of these and 1 of these. Alright. I also was going to check on a novella. This needs dark wood planks, which we did get some dark wood in stock, so this also needs dark wood planks. Does anything need just dark wood? Oh, can we make rope? We can. Okay. Go back over here. Oh, we don't need it. Never mind. Okay. As far as I'm aware, nothing that we need to restock requires dark wood by itself. So, we could turn what we have into planks. And then see what we can restock that needs said planks. That was it. That was literally everything that I could do. Okay. I wonder if the novella is in the scribe department. Date keeper, scribble sheets, fossilized fixture, bright bunting, and memory book. Okay, let's get the low costing items and see what those unlock. Because those just need the basic supplies, it looks like. Okay, so we got a cute cubby, pencil pouch, constellation chart, that would be cool. There it is, novella. Okay, and of course we need planks. Or novella. Again, it doesn't look like a book. But maybe I need a bigger picture. Anyways, we need to restock our shop. Almost all of our instruments sold out. That's pretty good. We only have the triangle left, so let's put the baton out. The xylophone. Not the triangle. We already have a triangle out. And the whistle. And then small items. We have the flute, the pan flute, and then this ancient flute, which we haven't sold any of the artifacts that we have extra of, so hopefully we can sell that. Alright, next is the plant section. I always have a hard time knowing from the top what plants we have. So we already have that one. We don't have this one out, so we'll put that out. And then this one looks like it's sold, so we'll put that out. And we got one more. There we go. Okay. I keep forgetting this fan is right here. I probably need to move that. And then the new items. Let's see what we have. Do I need another fan? I don't know if I do. And apparently we can sell the pearls. But I think we're going to put the birdhouse out. We don't have any stools out. No wonder we're not selling them. Let's move this down. And then put the stool and the side table. Where's the side table? There it is. Put that out. Because we just need to sell one more of each. Alright, we have this small one over here. I want to put this little acorn sprinkler out. It's so cute. Okay, and then we have this area over here, which is gardening supplies. We have this new terrarium I want to put out. And the gnome seems to be popular. Or at least it is in my opinion. Ooh, I forgot the acorn thingy. Let's actually switch that out. Okay. That should be everything. Let's open shop. And try to get these fans on before we get too busy. Aha! I did it. Something wooden. Okay. Let's see. What about a rump rest? Yes, we sold one. Now we just need to sell the table. Oh, I thought I was talking to the mayor. Bamboo item. Okay. What uses bamboo? The flute? Okay. This? Everybody's just cutting the mayor. in line. How about that? Mare, you are so stubborn. So I guess you can't go above 5 stars, but we did fill up the bar for the 5 stars, which is nice. So we are above the 5-star rating because our shop is just that good. Not to brag, but our shop is superb. No, we have a dusty counter. Turn this on. Maple! Musician stuff. Okay. There's a triangle, there's a baton. Ooh, what about a pan flute? I wonder how many levels of friendship you have to go through in order to get the complete friendship. We'll have to check the journal once we're done and see where we are with everybody. Plant item. Here's a puddle pot. And that's a preference. Sweet. We're kind of running out of things for people to buy, on display at least. It's nice to see. We can do that. Yay, somebody bought these, the bench. What's up, Addie? I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, he's offering more. Of course we'll accept that. Addie is level 4, by the way, for friendship-wise. I wonder what level Maple is at. I guess we're about to find out. The clay item. Ooh, wait. Pockets. Maple steel skin, I know is clay. Okay, she's also level 4. But she has a higher rating than Addie. So maybe the friendship caps out at 5? Plant item. That's a huge price difference. It's the mayor. New quest available. Okay. What you got, Harley? Oh, we gotta talk to him. Okay. Let's go to Paleofolk. Yeah, Addie is at 4. Maple's at 4. Oh, I didn't click on a section. That's why. Coral is also at 4, which is surprising. I don't think anybody will be over 4 because we've hung out with Addie and Maple the most. Molly's still at 0. We need to work on getting our friendship up with Molly. And these are our newcomers, so I'm not too worried about their friendship at the moment, because I'm sure those will increase over time. And then we still have the desert and the tundra to unlock, which I don't know how many quests we have to do in order to do that, but probably these two. We probably need to increase our population once more, and then maybe we'll be like, hey, let's unlock these new areas. Anyways, we need to sleep, and then we'll do one more day. Breaking news! It's from Chico's Trend Alert. Let's see what Amber Isle are all about today. Stone. Okay, so stone items are popular. Bringing your washing in from the line? There's a blustery day en route to the island. Okay. I like the news reports. That way I don't have to keep going into the journal and checking like the weather or what's popular. It's really nice. Okay. Let's see if we can invite anybody new. Okay, Malik is still waiting for the rating to go up, which is fine. Is there anybody on... Okay, we got one new one at the beach and 2 new ones in the swamp. I did not see what we needed in regards to supplies, so I guess we'll just wing it. But we do need to talk to Harley, and Harley is in the valley, so let's go talk to him first. Hey Sprout, looks like there's a couple more heads on the island now, so my equipment isn't gonna cut it anymore. I don't really have many other contacts here, so could you help me by getting some new gear? Bring the stuff to my place and I'll put the polish on some of the new stuff I've written since being here. Let's make this one special. Alrighty. I don't want to fill up on the basics because I feel like we have plenty of that. We do need to knock these down to try to get some metal though. And of course we need plant items. That's going to be a huge necessity for a while. It's just plants. Pockets are already full. Oh, because we didn't put any of that stuff away. Bah humbug. It does look like we did. We got 2 new artifacts that we can turn in. I think we've already turned in a sapphire, but I might be wrong. We might end up selling some of the stuff that we've crafted. Let's go over here. This can easily be replaced, as well as this and this. So let's just sell those. I think the stencils are also easy to replace, and the basic wood we don't need. Let's also go ahead and sell the dirt. I don't know if we need stone or not. We'll keep it for now. If we end up needing more space, we'll sell it. But we do need some more light stone, so we'll go ahead and collect that. Bosco! Yeah, alright. I'll stick around. Now that I've got somewhere to rest my tail and tow my chuckers. You know, my throwing arms for Disc League in the home gym. No home gym? Trying to mug me off with a half-finished place, are you? No one else asked for one? Alright, this island clearly needs Disc League more than I thought. Tell you what, you bring me the kit to build this gym, I'll fire up Disc League recruitment. It'll be, you know, good for the community. Okay, we have the sand. but apparently we're going to need more sand. More metal? Bro, we're going to hold on to the metal that we have because we've almost finished with the metal at the other spot that we needed to turn in. And apparently we need sand now, so... Was this the house? Yeah, this was the house that needed it. I don't know if we need shells or not. I don't recall having a recipe for shells, but I might be wrong. Hello.
A life form. It is many pleasures and relief to meet you. I have been known as Astra, a 433rd Quadrant explorer from the 5th Stream colony of Tamias. You have not known it? It appears I have crashed much far away from home. But I am many experienced from my travels. Even at one of the ocean, there is new friends to make and new knowledge to bring think. I have obtained an interest in speaking more with you, folk named Sprout. But first, please take my sorry. I must log my first contact with folk at edge of ocean. Year 4601, Crescent Cycle, log 303586. Intelligent life forms with charming smiles discovered. First contact made. Note to invite life forms to crashed ship for deep sea tea and cookies. Beginning culture sharing initiative.
Okay. Asra. And Enomalacaris. Never heard of it. But her hatch day was April 17th. She has a quest. How many wonderfuls I have collected since I crash landed on the Isle of Amber. Much sadly, for now my ship must remain, how to speak in the landfolk, knackered. There are much funny landfolk names, even for situations which are tragic. But all is yes okay. I am trained over many years in which manner to explore the edge of ocean first. Until I am ready to return to where I come from, perhaps you can build a special wood place for which I may sleep. I see other islanders say chop chop about Sprout doing and making, so I shall say too, chop chop. Okay. We got some more metal, so let's turn that in before we leave the beach. We only need 7 more for that quest. Alright. The next spot is the swamp. I'm stuck. Oh, that's the novella. And there should be 2 people here. It's an axolotl. It's so cute.
This might be a very strange, but you haven't seen a purple guy wandering around here, have you? I was gathering herbs for my medicines in a bush, and when I stood up and gave the poor man a terrible fright, he ran off saying something about the rehatching of the Cryptid Kingdom is upon us, or something. He didn't sound well. Anyway, I'm Opal. It's lovely to meet you, Sprout. Standing all day, lifting heavy boxes without the correct technique. You would not believe the amount of shop workers I've treated. Anyway, I'm off to go and find this mute fellow. Who was it? He sounds like he could use a medical professional. Come see me if you're feeling under the weather.
Aww. Opal. Diplocolus? Her hatch day was May 27th. She reminds me of an axolotl. Do we have the space? We do for redwood. We might actually have too much redwood though. I think we have a lot of... Oh, there's 2 more question marks down here. I think we have a lot of it. I don't want to try another of those gambling things. How do we get down here again? Here we go.
What do you want? Oh, sorry. I thought you were someone else. Hey, look at this thing. Have you ever seen anything like this? I mean, have you, personally, ever met a paleofolk with these kind of markings? Well, yeah, tattoos, but they didn't exactly have tattoo needles 2,000 years ago, did they? Old Carm's razor man. The most indisputable answer is often the right one. What if the truth is, the paleofolk who built this weren't just trying to make a nice building? What if they were trying to leave evidence of a real creature that would make this the world's earliest recorded cryptid? Man, the stories about this place were wild, but I had no idea it would be this cool. Me? I'm Fleetfoot. Newt Fleetfoot. You're a Sprout? Over at Sprout's Oddities? Oh, cool. Let me know if anything starts tipping over your bins at night, or leaving them with the gaping green acid burns.
Newt. Dilophosaurus, born November 23rd. It's funny that he's interested in cryptids because I'm actually working on a cryptid project for... So, those who may be following my Instagram, I've turned it mainly into my art page. I don't know if it's still in my YouTube bio. I'll have to check that. But I've grouped up with a few other artists on Instagram, and the art challenge that we're doing for February is cryptids. So I am working on a little illustration of one, which has been fun and challenging. Yes, the produce, the ambience. I can see it now. Silver service, refined portions, a dress code, of course. Oh, why hello there. You know, you really shouldn't sneak up on folk like that, lest you meet the wrong end of my silverware. A pleasure to meet you, young Sprout. Owner of Sprout's Oddities, both quite lovely, of course. I'm Elliot Silvertooth, professional culinarian. Would I be correct in saying that Ember Isle is very much in need of some love and care in the food department? I'm scoping out possible locations for my conceptual outdoor fine dining experience. Let's say Ember Isle is a contender. It remains to be seen, however, whether the paleo folk here would have the passion to make it worth my while. Regardless, Sprout, it's been wonderful meeting you. I'll be sure to stop by Sprout's Oddities and peruse your wares. Elliot is a Dimetrodon who was born on January 6th. Oh, whoop, sorry. I didn't mean to click on you again. Ooh, we do have access to building this house. It did not block this pathway, which is good. Let's go ahead and get that built. And talk to Basil. Whoa, these are my digs? I'm stoked. You are like totally talented. But hey, I gotta say man, the cornucopia of edible flora on this isle is truly excellent. I've foraged all my life, and I had to open a book to make sure this stuff was legit to be bit, my dude. And it is. Now all I got to do is cook it. Usually I'll turn it to my trusty porta-pan, but not for these totally refined delicacies. These gotta be treated with the reverence they deserve. These gotta be shared with the paleo folk. Yo, I got it. Ain't no dude could get me back in a fancy kitchen with some stuffy mentor who just doesn't get me. But like a cozy food pit stop to share with my fellow stompers with chompers? Now that would be righteous. I gotta be straight with you though. I do not have the slinging skills you do, my dude. What do you say, Sprout? I provide the recipes, you provide the roof? Okay. What you got? Moss and redwood. Yeah, we got plenty of redwood. Whoa, Sprout. This food stall is the most bodacious thing these eyes have ever witnessed. Now, I'm gonna make you and every dude here the most flavorful, beautiful, gotta lick the bowl 'cause it's so good chow that has ever been seen, smelled, or slurped. And I'm gonna do it with only chill vibes. Nice. Alright. Is that everybody we can unlock at the moment? It looks like it. I don't see any more question marks. But we still have one house to build, and it looks like we have a quest to turn in, or at least start. So let's do that real quick. Because I already forgot his name. What is his name? Paleo folk. And Basil. Since Basil doesn't want like the high maintenance cuisine, we will probably put him on the opposite side of the swamp than Elliot, because Elliot wants that fine dining, high tension cooking experience. So I don't think they would mesh well. But then again, I might be wrong. They may bond over food. So you tell me, what was it that made you want to move me in? Did I inspire some sort of adventure bug in you? You wouldn't be the first folk, nor would you be the last to follow in old Quick Whip's footsteps. Say, why don't you come adventuring with me? I'm sure you haven't even seen the whole length and breadth of the island yet. Tell you what, why don't we sweeten the deal? If you make it to that special location in each region I mark on your map, when you unlock a new gate, I'll give you a reward. But if I make it there first, you gotta give me a lifetime discount at Sprouts Oddities. Well, you better get shuffling. See you later, alligator. What? Hello? What all did he mark on my map? Wait a minute. Quest log. Ain't no mountain high enough. Okay, we're gonna quickly go through this.
Why you gotta block my path? Go away. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no river low.
Wait.
Wide enough. Ain't no river.
I went the wrong way. Dang it.
Ain't no valley low enough. Keep me from getting to you, babe. Remember the day you said you need, that you could always count on me, love. From that day on.
Nothing to see here, Sprout. Just one confident guy making sure these vines are, up to code. Why are you putting vines there? Mighty fine of you, Sprouts. Gosh, I hope this dino in distress business ain't becoming a habit of mine. Look at it here. Let's get back on track. Isn't this ancient tree just like something out of one of them picture books? Why, it must be at least 20 Brachiosaurus tall. Give or take a few, of course. Huh? Yeah, I guess you're right. Looks like that lifetime discount is still a long way off. And guess what? Now that we've made it all the way here, it looks like you'll be able to travel to and from much quicker. Don't say I don't give you none. So, are we able to fast travel now? Hello, Mayor. It's Addie. Wait. Addie. Let's hang out. I haven't seen Maple, so I'll have to do with Addie. Hello out there. Is that you, Sprout? This is embarrassing, but well, I'm sure you can figure out what happened. Geez, I'm not even sure I'd get out of this one. Could you help me out? Gee willikers, if the folk back home knew I was getting myself into these scraps, well, I wouldn't hear the end of it. This mine, Sprouts, what do you think they were digging for? Maybe it was one of those their alien artifacts. Or maybe it was just starstone. You know, that super special fuel source someone clamors for. Anyway, I hope you enjoy zipping quick as a whip to the mine now that you know the way. Catch you later, lass. Okay.
Just follow the white line.
Come on, Addie, keep up. We got quests to do and adventures to go on. Oh, I bet he's not going to be able to come down the elevator. Yep, we lost Addie. No. Oh well. Wow. Who knew taking a wrong left turn at that boulder that looks like my great grandmammy's left foot would lead me on that wild garganornis chase? Maybe someday I'll manage to get that lifetime discount. So what do we got here this time? Some ruins of some description? Well, that with a pretty carefully carved paleo folk resting on top. I wonder who it was that the folk on Amber Isle liked so much. Clearly they were big enough fans to make them a statue. But look at us now, not even knowing their name. Seems even folk literally carved in stone didn't get a legacy that lasts. Anyway, listen to me, getting deeper than a horned gopher hole. See you at the next adventure last. Oh, there's Addie. Welcome back. Do 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 do. Whoop. Over the bridge we go. I am very grateful that you don't have. Ooh. We have the amber for this. Anyways, I am very glad that our stamina is unlimited. It makes this a whole lot easier to do. You managed to get here ahead of me again. Well, I knew I shouldn't have taken a dip in the sea before I came. Maybe I shouldn't have swallowed all of that seawater then. Ugh. Well, ain't this a beauty? Shell Creek is a beautiful stretch of Amber Isle sprout, but a public bath is the last thing I would have expected. I heard tell that paleo folk of all kinds would come to bathe at these here public baths. They were a place for lots of gossiping and sharing the events of the day. I have to admit, I'm glad we developed more hygienic practices. Luckily, folk can just come here to relax now and not clean themselves off here. Speaking of which, it's about time I went and washed my mouth out with some water that doesn't taste of our cool salty sea dog soup. Catch you around, partner. Okie dokie. Wait, was that it? Okay. So, that begs the question, can we fast travel to these now? Oh, if I hold the button. Okay. So we have quests over here in the Darkwood Forest. So let's test this out. Yes, we can fast travel. That is awesome. We didn't bring our companion with us though. So there's that. That may need some working on program wise. But let's see what Scout's got. How did it go? Are you a super carpenter now? Interesting. Yeah, totally not boring at all. chairs and stuff. Neato. I can definitely impress Fawn now. I just know it. I mean, this is sure to impress no one in particular. Yeah, definitely. Got a new decor recipe. Sweet. Wait, hang on. We have room for plants. So let me get some of this real quick. We need to be on the lookout for those because we are in dire need of some plants. Wow, you're always turning up right when I need you, Sprout. Turns out just knowing something is one thing, but putting it into practice is another. So I'm gonna make Fawn a special picnic to show her I can tastefully decorate outside and I'm actually a real gentle and sensitive guy. But I don't know how, so could you help me in my time of need? I don't know. Also, Fawn is a girl. Whoops. This whole time I thought Fawn was like some hippie dude. And I thought Scout had a crush on Nellie. Whoops. Okay. One trowel. Humble harp. Okay, and a picnic package. We don't have any of those. Alright. Let's go back to quest log and increase Islander friendship to 3. We just need 2 more Islanders for that. So we'll work on that in a minute. Actually, that will probably be next week. Let's go ahead and... Ooh, wait. There's plants up there. We need these. Yum, yum, yum. Anyways, let's go open the store one last day. And we'll start wrapping up stream. I am interested to see how close we can get to our goal. Because we need... Let me switch this real quick. We need 125,000 and we're at 41,000. But we could go ahead and invite people to the island. I think we'll wait. Any mail? Nope. Okay. Alright. Special orders. Did we get any new ones? We did. I think we already had this one. I'll double check, but we need paper and lily. Yes, we already had that one. And we'll go ahead and drop all this off. Oh, we were going to... Okay. I think we've already turned a sapphire in. But just in case, I want to take it out and try to turn it in. We need a lily, which I think we have one in stock. Maybe we don't. Yeah, we do. Lily and paper was the other one. Do we not have paper in stock? We might not, because I think we used all of it for another build, which we just got a bunch of plants, so that should be easy to reconcile. Alright. Paper and Lily. Okay, before we do anything else, and I forget again, we're gonna go to the museum and try to turn these two things in. Let me in. Hello, Barnaby. Sapphire. Oh, there I have the one. Okay. Just making sure. Here's the diary. Okay, we almost have this line done. And we already have a sapphire and a topaz. Yeah. I almost have this one done. I wonder what happens when you fill up the home museum. Maybe you just mark off like inspiration goals. Hopefully we can unlock a Steam achievement when we do. But that means we can sell the sapphire. Okay. Let's make one of those. One of those. I'm just gonna go down the line. What is this? A scribe item? Maybe it's like a pin holder? Okay. I'm gonna say that's all for now. Let's put the birdhouse out. One of these. And this is the gardening section. So what is this? I think that's sculpting tools. So that actually is art supplies. Let's put another rake out. And then we sold all of our instruments. That's nice. Let's actually do some art supplies and scribe items for a change. And then we have two small things. Let's put our gems there. Someone did buy the flute, which is good. Put that there. I don't know. That one hasn't sold yet. one more small item. The comb is popular, so we'll put that back out. And then our plants, we sold almost all of our plants, which is nice. I want to take a break from this one and try to fill it with something else. Ooh, we haven't sold one of these yet. And those. And one more. Let's put the lily out. Okay. For this area, let's see. I really don't need another fan, so let's just sell that. We haven't sold a basket in a while, so let's put that out. I know that was one of Maple's favorites. And then we have the map thing. We also had that other artifact. Thinking the map. Okay. Let's open shop. Alright, here you go. Custom order this and this. There you go. We leveled up our friendship with Evander. It's nice. Evander might be one of those that we can hang out with since he is already a level 2. Medium item. Just any medium item in particular, I guess. We haven't sold one of these in a while, so let's do that. And we haven't sold a mirror in a while either, so the next time somebody asks for a medium item, I think I'll sell that next. It's a little bit on the cheap side. About 1,500. 1,470. I didn't check to see where she was on the friendship level. I'll have to check Poppy after we get done. Maple plant item. Plant. What have I not given you? I'm hesitant on that. Let's try this one. I might have given... No? No! We failed! Yes. We can make one of those. A gardener item. Okay. Chow tatty. I'm surprised Chico didn't go for any of the scribe stuff, since he's a journalist. But maybe he's a gardener in his spare time. Sir. Yeah, I'm not sure why you bothered either. You grouchy old mare. Clay item. Okay. Do we have any more gnomes left? Because I don't think Kai has bought a gnome yet. So we do. Food thingy. Ooh, do we have a food thingy? With the basket count? Maybe the hamper? No, I don't know. I'll have to double check to see what food items we have unlocked. A large item. Okay. On display, we have this. Of course. Something. Atlas said ambience, so I immediately thought of the fan. I guess it's not made of wood. But, at 570. 580. I wasn't going to go too high on a seed sower. I need to make some type of profit. Where did you get redwood planks? Okay. Oh, you're pawning them. Okay. I see. Sure. We'll probably just use that to build something else anyways. Forgive. Okay, one more round. So messy. Hello. We can do that. All right. No, I'm sorry, love, but that is a huge item. What am I stuck on? Ooh. But it's an artifact. That seems cheap for an artifact. So sorry. I'm surprised it wasn't more. $450. $450. Alrighty. Still have a few more customers in the shop. Hello. Medium. Let's see. What have we not sold in a while? Oh, that's right. Mirror. Where is the mirror? Did I pass it? I did. Oh, come on. That'll work. We still haven't beat that 9,000 tip that we did that one time. Okay, scribes, we did craft a lot of that. Plant stuff. No, not plant, I'm sorry. Food stuff. Yeah, I don't have anything food-wise unlocked. I guess we should make at least one food item so that when people request it, we can give it to them. The bowls would seem like a good fit, like the most useful. So we'll unlock that. I think that might be it for now because again, we're saving up for those last two areas with inspiration to see, because I don't know how much they're going to cost. But let's get some sleep and then we'll wrap up stream. Breaking news from Chico's Trend Alerts. Wood is in trend. Okay. Chico didn't tell us the weather. There's no weather alerts. Okay. That's probably why. But we did make, we're at 70,000, so we need about 55 more to get to our next mortgage payment. So I think that might be something we will work on next time. We also need to work on upgrading our friendships with some of the people and collecting a lot of metal for, I think 2 of our residents need metal. We need 7 more pieces for the first one and then 25 for the second one. So we need to work on that. But that is all for next week. If you liked watching the stream, please feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more of my content, please feel free to hit subscribe. And as for next week, as far as I know, everything should be fine. Yes, everything should be fine. So, Monday, we're going back to Minecraft and Hytale, and next Wednesday, we're going back to Ember Isle. So, with that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week, and as always, happy gaming.